Sonic Racing Crossworlds has had a bunch of information released about it recently, and I genuinely think that this could be one of the most exciting kart racing games in a long time, and maybe even the best one in the Sonic series so far. We know it's coming out on September the 25th, 2025, with a digital deluxe going out 3 days earlier, and with all the new information from Summer Game Fest, including lots of previews, there's so much good to talk about, as well as a couple of rough things in my opinion. So let's talk about it, starting with the trailer. It looks super bright, super colourful, and it has lots and lots of charm, carving out its own identity amongst other kart races, which I think is really good, and the gameplay itself looks really neat. It looks like it's been tightened up since the beta, very chaotic, but still really fun. And of course the question with the Crossworlds, is it just within Sonic's dimension, or is it going to be other universes? And we've got our answer. Hatsune goddamn Miku. My number one requested character, Ichiban from Like a Dragon, who's, you know, his kart is like a dragon, isn't that great? What a nice little pun. And of course, Joker from Persona 5, driving Car Sen. I think these characters make a lot of sense. They're really popular IPs, you know, Sonic, Like a Dragon, and Persona are big tentpoles for Sega and Atlas, and if you thought you were going to get a character other than Joker, I'm really sorry to tell you, he's the most marketable one of the lot at the moment. Still is, that's why they are milking Persona 5 dry. Now, we also learned that there's going to be a lot of other races as well. These Sega characters are free updates, they're coming bit by bit. So let's quickly talk about my top 5 most anticipated Sonic and Sega races coming back. Number 5, Tangle. Number 4, Whisper. I think these two kind of go together, but I think they would be fantastic. Number 3, Ash from Phantasy Star Online Episode 1. You know, the Humar from the front of the cover, the main boy, that'd be great. Number 2, Knight, because Knight is awesome. And of course, number 1, this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone who has seen my Sonic All-Stars videos. And there are other characters, because fucking Minecraft's coming in, of course. Who saw that coming, I don't know. But as part of the Season Pass, this is paid DLC. Really excellent for the kids, really excellent for kids. Bringing those people into the Sonic franchise via this game, via collaborations, I think is a really smart move. I have seen the leaks, by the way. I'm not going to talk about them because of a couple of reasons. Number 1, I don't want to. Number 2, it's really frustrating when big things get leaked like this. Like, that would have been, the stuff in that leak would have been an incredible surprise, and that has just been ruined, all for the sake of, you know, someone getting their internet points. Well done, well done. Really hope that did well for you. Oh yeah, it's the best marketing this game's got. Maybe you should have waited 4 days until the actual marketing came out. You know, couldn't wait 4 days. And it threatens other collaborations in the future, so we may not ever get this stuff again because, you know, someone, you know, decides to leak it. So, you know, it just sucks. But back to it, gameplay impressions and reveals are out as well, with people like Games Cage, Sonic Stadium VGC all getting it. So, you know, as I said, this gameplay looks a lot more refined. They've done a really good job of taking feedback from the beta. I played the beta, really enjoyed my limited time with it, as you can see on the screen right now. But I definitely felt there was more they could do with like gear setups, and weapons felt a bit overpowered as well. It felt like a bit too clustered. It looks like they fixed a lot. That chaotic feeling is still in there, but it's a little more controlled. The weapons look a little bit more controlled. The weapon impact especially doesn't look to be as nasty, which is really good, especially as someone who's just come off of Team Sonic Racing, where weapons will just stop you dead. This looks great. I think this is just going to be a really fun time for everyone who wants to get involved. And one of the big things as well is a new system that they've announced, which is the rival system. This is sick, in my opinion. So for Grand Prix in kart racing games, there's always that one racer who is just kind of on you all the time, who seems to be just a little bit better than everyone else, and the Sonic Racing Crossworlds team have said, fuck it, let's lean into it, because you pick a rival, set their difficulty, and they are your main enemy. You get these really cool interactions at the start, you get some taunts, you get them actively trying to fuck you up, which is awesome. Like, it looks really fun, and you see where they are on the screen at all times. They've got like a specific little border around their character on the mini-map. Having that as a major feature makes this game feel more alive. That's really cool. Do you know what I mean? The team looks like they're putting in a lot of love. It's very clearly chaotic. It's arcade racing at its best, with a lot of similarities to Transformed, and in a year where you've got a new Mario Kart, which is, by the way, fantastic, really enjoying that game, I do feel like I'm maybe having a better time with Crossworlds, because it looks like that more chaotic fun that I enjoy, that I'm not really finding in Mario Kart World. But then they've got the open world, which is really interesting as well. So it's a very, it's two cakes, right? It's a two cakes thing. I'm very excited for Crossworlds, basically, is the long and short of what I'm saying. However, there are a couple of things that are dragging down on me, and really it comes down to two major factors. Number one, the lack of a dedicated story or mission mode. Yes, I think this sucks. I really would have liked something like All-Star Mission Mode or All-Star Tour to return these increasing difficulty missions where you get to do different things in different environments. You've got so many characters, you've got so many environments, you've got ways that you could have them intertwine with each other through these missions and create some really interesting combos. So I feel like this is a massive missed opportunity, if true. If they haven't revealed it yet, then, you know, then hopefully this ages poorly, but we've got like 3 months till release. I don't think so. Number 2, the price. Fuck me, guys. In Australia, this is $107.95, or for the deluxe edition, $137.95. That is a huge expense, and way more than I feel like they should be charging for something like this. $80 Australian, I could see, which would be roughly what, like $60 US, something like that. I could see that making a lot more sense, but I feel like this price point is almost a bit of a deterrent. They're clearly aiming hardcore Sonic fans, but they're also trying to expand that and bring more people in, which is a smart move, is getting more people in to buy your game. I feel like the price point is going to put parents off. I do, and I am worried about how that's going to affect sales. But speaking of sales, it is coming out in September, and in November we have Black Friday. I do wonder whether they're launching this a little earlier so that it makes more sense to drop the price around then. That could be something that they're doing. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe that's the strategy, is just before Christmas they drop the game so that you can be like, oh cool, let's pick this up because it's cheap. And because it's a reasonable price for a Sonic game. That's kind of what they've done with previous ones, is, you know, like Superstars launched at a massive price and then the sales picked up when it went on sale. So I'm hoping that's the same case here. But bad as they sound, those are my only 2 major gripes with this game. I think that this game looks fantastic. I'm really, really positive about it. I'm really excited. I think they've taken the feedback on board from the beta, and it looks like it's going to be a kick-ass racing game. It looks like this game could equal Transformed or maybe better it. We'll have to see on the day. I haven't quite decided if I'm doing Digital Deluxe or whether I'm doing Standard. That price point is pretty chunky, but as I said, I really hope that you guys are excited as well and as pumped for it as I am. And now if you want more racing content, well, I've already done some platinum runs on the previous racing games, and I'm working on Team Sonic Racing right now, so, you know, click on one of these. Thank you.